So we required input. Okay, go to ACME website and go to click on work items and just get this table. Okay, get this table into Excel so that we can work with Excel automation. So I'm going to Studio for to get that table in easy way, and go to UI automation and drag and drop Excel application browser and indicate, just indicate, and drag and drop extract data table and just indicate the table. Okay, and you will get this table, and delete. I don't need this action column, I don't need this URL column, and I need only these columns. Okay, and even date also I'm not required for me. Okay, click it and click on preview. You will get this data. Okay, and export as a CSV. Okay, store it somewhere else on your computer. So let me store it here in this onto my desktop. Then that's it. Okay, close it. Okay, then I downloaded the file which is available on my desktop, and here you can see export data. Okay, so this is my data. Okay, so here I have a WID, description, type, and D. Okay, and go to your UiPath Studio and create a new process like Excel automation, Excel or data manipulation, Excel data manipulation. Click on create. Okay, and go here in the project panel and go to create a one more Excel, something like a data. So here I have a data, you can copy this, go and paste it like. Okay, so type. So using this particular Excel data, so I'm going to get some information. I'm going to do some data manipulation around this data, and get some information here. Let's say here I have a WID, description, type, and status. So wherever my work ID, okay, work item 1, and the next condition should be matched with the open. So I'm going to check each row where my work item says work item have work item 1 and the status as open. Okay, if both conditions are matched, then I can add here comment like it's a valid, okay, or it's a valid or invalid. Okay, that kind of comments I need to add it here. So the condition is I need to read this data and I need to check all the item, and wherever the my item my type work item 1 and my status got matched with open, then I can tell that it's a valid. Otherwise, if it is not matched, I can add the comment like invalid. Okay, that is my use case. And go back to your studio and go to activity panel. So in order to do Excel automation, you need Excel automation activities, right? And here there are a lot of activities. Okay, so first I want to access my workbook, right? So to access your workbook, drag and drop Excel application scope activity and select your input data. Okay, and I'm going to close this. Okay, leave it as it is. Then select your data and click on open. So once you click on open, check your property panel, and there are few options available, and you can uncheck this visible option as of now, and because I don't want to see my Excel operation in the background. Okay, and now okay, so I open my Excel. What is next? I want to read my data, right? So you can use a read range activity. And see, so there is a difference between read range, this read range, and there is one more read range which is available, workbook read range. Okay, that you can see here, read range workbook activity. Read range workbook. If you use this read range workbook activity, see here you can directly pass your path and sheet name. But in order to use this read range, you require this parent application scope, Excel application scope. So when there will be a question when I can use this and when I can use this. So if you think you are going to use only, you are going to read only the data, then you can use this read range workbook. Or if you think after reading the data and if you are going to add a few more activity related to Excel, then you can go with that. Okay, and delete this one, and it says sheet 1, and then after reading the data we need to store it somewhere else, right? Then Control K, DT, and I can tell that WII work item table. Okay, DT work item table. And then after read range, so I want to check all the rows, right? So I want to check, let me close this. I want to check each column and this type and status. Okay, in order to do that, so I have a data table. I need to place a for each loop, right? So then drag and drop for each. Okay, for each data table, right? For each data row in a data table. Okay, and here I am going to give my data table, the entire data table, and there will be a current item. So as you guys know, here you see this is the data table. If I say current item, then this will be your first current item. In the next iteration, this will be your next current item. Okay, from the current item I want to take this type and status, right? Then you can go here and add an assign activity. Okay, add an assign activity, and this is for to get a type. Okay, and you can add a type here. Okay, variable name is str type. Okay, and the next drag and drop and assign activity and create a variable Control K. This is for status. Okay, so here I can rename status, and here I can rename type, and this is for each data in data table for DT work item, and this is for read range work items. Okay, so then here you can use current row of your column name, current row of your column name. Okay, so I'm going to give my column name, this is the type, copy this and go back to Studio and paste it, then click OK. And then what is next, I want to take status also, right? And copy this status column name and go to UiPath Studio, and here current row of within double quotes status dot to string, correct? And so then after that I want to write something, right? Result, I want to compare, I want to do the conditions, right? So whether my type ID is matches with my criteria or not, then you can use if statement, right? If statement, then drag and drop if statement. And here how can I tell that my work item should be work item 1 and then my status should be open, right? Then you have both the variables. Okay, you have a value in the both the variables. Then I can tell that, and here let's say str status, I mean str type should be equal to within double quotes WII1. Is that correct? Go here and check WII1, or else copy this and go back to studio and paste it. Okay, and also okay, and what is next? Str status equal to within double quotes open. Okay, so if I add it like this, and if there is any change in on the input, let's say no, here there is a capital OPEN, okay, sometime, then how to handle that? I hope you are aware of it. So we need to convert this str type as a uppercase, okay, U case. U case, open bracket, then type, okay, and then this is also I'm going to convert it to uppercase, okay, U case, U case, open bracket, and then status. So if I converted uppercase, it should be the matching criteria also, it should be open, okay. So here if validation check, something like that, okay, and here I can tell that no data match, here data not match, or condition not match. Okay, and so here, so if the condition is matched, then I can go and add in the same data table, okay. So drag and drop assign activity, and I can add what I can add. So here I can add a valid, okay, valid value into where I want to add the same data table, right, in the same data table, and which column I need to add, because there is no column here, right, there is no column. Then how can I add a new column after reading your data? So after reading your data, okay, drag and drop add column activity, okay, and here, so here there will be a column name and data table, right. So the data table, which data table you want to add in the DTWI data table, and what column name you want to add, something like comments, okay, comments. So then you know the column name is comments here, and go here, and in this assign activity, current row, open bracket, within double quotes, comments, okay. In this particular column, hey, just add a valid, okay, this is for valid, and if it is not, okay, then add it like a invalid. Okay, and now everything is done. This if condition is also done, and this for each also done. If once now everything is done, what should I do? Hey, take that result and put it into sheet 2 or some other sheet name, okay, and drag and drop and right range activity, okay. You can here there will be a question, which activity I can use, a right range or this right range workbook. You can use this right range because you are in the same Excel only. You can use this right range inside the Excel application scope. If you want to use this one, and at what kind of situation we can use this? Only independent situation we can use this, okay. Here already we have the parent application scope. Within the Excel only we are going to play it, right? So then you can use it. The sheet name you can give like anything, report, or yeah, I will give report. The data table, DT, and where you want to add the A1 column, and click on add address, okay. And now everything is done. Right range, I can say report, yes. Now everything is done, okay. and go and close this and execute this. So I forgot to add it here, the value is not valid. Okay, sorry, or not valid or invalid, that is fine, invalid. Okay, and that's great. So then now everything is done. Just go here and click on run file. So now the execution is done, and go to project panel and refresh and check your data, and you see there is a report sheet. Okay, and you can see here the comments based on your type and status. Okay, here it is a invalid, and here it is a valid, and here also valid, and here also valid. This is how we used to manipulate with the Excel data. Okay.